I will talk about the chemical bond. So chemical bond is the term given to the force of attraction between two atoms which combine in a molecule. Next slide. So before telling about the types of chemical bond, I must say about what are the causes of formation of bond. So there is only one cause, and that is to attain stability. So stability in this case is to have 8 or 2 electrons, generally 8 electrons in the outermost shell. And to attain this type of electronic configuration, atoms lose, gain or share electrons. And so we have 3 types of bond. So electrocovalent bond is formed by losing and gaining, and coordinate and covalent bond are formed by only sharing. Next slide. So okay, I will talk about electrocovalent bond. So electrocovalent bond is force of attraction between two atoms which are formed by losing and gaining of electron. So this type of force of attraction is between metallic and non-metallic atoms, because metallic atoms lose electrons and non-metallic gain the electron. So we have also the formation of ions, positive and negatively charged ions, and so we also say this bond to be ionic bonds. Next slide, please. There are some properties of electrocovalent compound. These are the compounds which are formed by losing and gaining of the electrons between the atoms. So firstly, these compounds are formed of ions. So they are the good conductors of electricity in the aqueous state. Mostly there is, electrocovalent bond is a force of attraction. So it is somewhat stronger than other force of attraction. And so I can say that the electrocovalent compounds are generally hard solids. Next slide, please. Okay, so I would like to tell about one of the example of electrocovalent compound, that is NaCl. And NaCl, actually there is Na which is a metal, and chlorine which is a non-metal, and so there is a formation of electrocovalent compound between two metallic and non-metallic atoms. So that was of my part. Now I want to hand it to Christian.
Thank you, Ujjwal, for explaining your part so good. Now I will be explaining coordinate bond basically, but I will give an introduction of covalent bond. What happens in covalent bond is there is sharing of atoms. The sharing is equal between both the atoms, which leads to the formation of covalent bond. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay, the main topic will be coordinate bond. So this is also occurs due to the sharing of electrons, but the twist is the shared pair of electrons are completely of one atom, and the other atom will just gain them or will just accept them. There are two important terms related to this, that is acceptor and donors. Acceptor is the atom which accepts the electron from other atom, and the donor is the atom which gives its electron to the another atom. One more very interesting thing is that is lone pair of electrons. What happens in lone pair of electrons are these are the pairs of electrons which are not forming any bond with the respective another atoms. But although they are useful for attaining stability, like here is example of H2O there. For oxygen, they are obviously useful for oxygen to attain stability, but they are not forming any bond, so they will be used. Next slide, please. Now I would like to explain you the example H3O. H2O, as we all know, it is water. What here is, if I draw the structure, it is a covalent compound. What I can see here is these two electrons, these are equally shared. This X is representing the electron of hydrogen and this O is representing the electron of oxygen. So these two electrons are equally shared. Here it is the occurrence of covalent bond. And these two are the lone pair of electrons. These two are the lone pair of electrons which are not taking part in the formation of any type of bonding, but they will be useful for the formation of coordinate bond. If I write the equation, that is, if I add HCl to water, what will happen is it will lead to the formation of H3O plus Cl negative H3O positive. What is happening here is this HCl is being removed from here, it is being ionized and it is going to this lone pair of oxygen, which is leading to the formation of this type of diagram. Here this will be H ion which will come here and attach here, and hence it will form H3O, which will be like this. And here it will be coordinate bond. What is the speciality of this bond? Both the electrons are of oxygen, none of them is of hydrogen, but they are helping hydrogen also to attain stability. Here the sharing was not equal. Next slide please. One more example is there of covalent bond, that is NH3, formation of ammonium ion from ammonia. What happens is, it is ammonia, and if I add it to HCl, it will lead to the formation of NH4 plus Cl negative, NH4 positive. The same thing also here happens here. The H here will be removed from this one and will go to this ammonia and will join to the lone pair of nitrogen and will lead to the formation of ammonium. If I draw the structure, it looks like this. These are the valence electrons which I am drawing. So one valence electron of hydrogen, one valence electron of hydrogen. For nitrogen there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 valence electrons were there. So what happens here is, these are the shared pairs. These are the equally shared pairs. So these will lead to the formation of covalent bond. But this is a lone pair which is left alone. So what will happen? The hydrogen ion will come and will attach to this lone pair of electron and will lead to the formation of coordinate bond. Next slide please. The last topic is the ionization of water, self-ionization of water. Water is having high dielectric constant, so it also ionizes itself. Means a molecule of water will ionize another molecule of water, leading to the formation of hydronium ion and hydroxyl ion. If I balance it, it is like this. So here what is happening? This hydrogen ion molecule will ionize it, and this hydrogen will join here in the lone pair of this is the lone pair, and this one is also the lone pair. These are not taking part in any kind of bond formation. The hydrogen ion will come and attach to it, and the structure will look like this. This will form a charged ion. Next slide please. Okay, this was the self-ionization. That's all. Thank you. Any doubts? Anyone?
There is a compound named xenon tetrachloride. Its formula is Xc.
This was not what I explained. According to my standard, that was not what I covered.
No, means like there is a compound. See, xenon is stable. It means it is octahedral. It's stable. It has 8 electrons in its outermost shell. So why can it react? Why will it react with this? If it's stable, already stable.
Then why it is?
Why it will react with fluoride? Means xenon is stable. It has 8 electrons in its outermost shell. So why will it react with fluoride?
Here, water the molecule was also stable. Water the molecule was stable, no? Still the hydrogen ion came and joined the lone pair of electrons.
No, ion is different case. Xenon atom, that xenon particular element is stable.
I didn't explain stability or the reaction of something. I explained the bonds.
So means xenon is reacting with